Welcome back to another episode of the Peace, Power, and Purpose podcast. Help us spread awareness for men's mental health and the gospel of Jesus Christ by ringing the bell and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the opportunity to sit down with Brother Cruzz tonight and just to be able to share his story, Lord. Thank you for this platform where I can meet men like Cruzz and just to build this network of like-minded men that are trying to evolve and grow and to help others. Lord, I pray you'll guide me tonight. You'll fill me with your Holy Spirit, that you'll lead this conversation. And I pray that it will reach someone out there that needs to hear it. I pray that we can spread awareness for mental health and also to spread your word, Lord. Lord, I wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for you. And I'm grateful to sit on the other side of this microphone and to have this conversation with Cruzz tonight. I ask that you bless him, bless his family, and just be with us both, protect us from the enemy tonight. And I just pray you'll lead this conversation. It's in your mighty name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome back to the Peace, Power, and Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Steve, and tonight I am sitting down with my friend Cruzz. We're going to talk about life after the SEAL teams. Cruzz served as United States Navy SEAL. He's a husband, he's an entrepreneur, and a business owner. This is his company right here, Brother Apparel. I'm honored to rep his shirt, and I'm pretty sure Cruzz is the first guest to ever have my shirt on during the recording of an episode.
There we go.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go, baby.
So I am very grateful for that. And if you're new here, smash that bell, subscribe to the channel. I drop new episodes every week. We're also on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Cruzz, welcome to the Peace, Power, and Purpose podcast, brother. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Steve, man, it's an honor, dude. Well, when you reached out, I was like, wow, kind of really takes you back thinking somebody wants to hear my story. And then you start asking yourself, is my story worth telling? And, thinking about, what your podcast is about, peace, power, and purpose, I definitely feel like I have something to offer somebody out there, who's listening in or tuning in, bro.
Man, and I'll tell you, dude, like you actually started following me on Instagram and I checked out your page and like I love the logo and the concept. So it's funny how social media gets a lot of bad press, but at the same side, man, you can actually connect with really solid people. And I told you this in a text, I've made more friendships online than in like legit friendships than I have in person lately, dude. So that's crazy.
It is crazy, bro. And the social media thing was something I was never a part of, but once we kicked off Brother Apparel, we needed a social media presence. And man, I've found that the strangers out there will be your biggest fan, biggest supporter, and your biggest customer. But the friendships and the chats that I've had with people tuning in with what we're doing, man,
yeah,
it's cool just to link up with other guys from different places that you would have never spoke to before. You know what I mean?
Very cool. Yeah. And it's funny you say that, man, because I'm near Nashville and I really haven't got a whole lot of support from the local community here. I mean,
isn't that wild?
Well, the biggest podcaster in the world lives in my town too. I'm not going to say his name. He's from he's from your community, but that they're all about him. But I'm getting a lot of support, especially in your state, dude. Arizona. I've had like 5 guests from Arizona, man. So
that's awesome, bro.
We'll make a trip out there. I'll make a trip out there sometime. Man, let's start from the beginning, Cruzz. Like, where'd you grow up, man? Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I grew up there my whole life. Went to private school growing up. Come from a Catholic family. So I went to St. Peter and Paul Catholic School from kindergarten through 8th grade. A lot of church days there, man. 2 to 3 times a week going to church. Traditional church is what I like to call it. Stand, kneel, sit, pray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did that. And then, went to South Point Catholic, and I finished my high school career at a South Point, at a Catholic institution. And then from there was kind of on a windy road, bro. I got away from a little discipline, got away from structure, got away from a uniform, and lost total control.
Before we get into that, like while you were in school, I mean, obviously with your background, I'm assuming you played sports, man. Were you like a good athlete in school and everything?
Bro, I did play sports, man. Being an only child growing up, I always found camaraderie and brotherhood in any kind of sports program I could get a part of. But in high school, it was football. I played some Pop Warner football as well. Funny thing about that, freshman year I was quarterback, had a hell of an arm. I'm only 5'7", but was crushing the beginning of the season, and then I threw my first pick.
Oh
Couldn't get
no.
it out of my head. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
mental toughness was not there for me at the time. But just to speak on me being an athlete, they brought me up to varsity and put me on defense for corner.
Okay.
And they just upped my stats as, 5'10",
Yeah.
195 pounds, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely grew up playing some sports, bro.
Nice, man. So let's go back to kind of where you were going a second ago. So you get out of school and you said you're kind of like on a windy road. What did life look like for Cruzz when you graduated high school? Did you already have kind of a plan in your head of what you want to do with your life? Or was it more of like, I want to kind of experience life outside of having that ritualistic type environment in a church and then being in a private school environment? What was that like for you?
Yeah, brother. To be honest, man, I kind of grew up skating by, man. Always on the seat of my pants. Never really had a plan. I had structure around me, which implemented discipline, uniform, and structure. However, you're asking me when I got out of high school, how did that all work out for me?
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard hitting. I didn't have any colleges looking at me. I didn't even have the GPA to talk to any of the colleges that would come to our high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it started hitting me my senior year, like, fuck, man, I really fucked up here.
Yeah.
So I, start working over at a place called Fleming's Steakhouse. Worked at
Oh, yeah.
Fleming's for a
Yeah.
while.
Okay.
And finally left there. I was working there while I was at high school, so that job continued for me outside of high school.
Okay.
And then finally switched over to Home Depot. I don't know why, but I was pushing carts out in the 110 degree weather out in Tucson, man. And funny story about that, there was a guy who noticed me running my ass off out in the heat. He comes up to me and he says, "Hey, man, you always work that hard?" And I go, "Yeah, man, I do." Just trying to sell myself, of course.
Yeah.
So he sets me up with an interview, and it was for the first lumber liquidators in Tucson, Arizona, man. So I got to run
Nice.
the first Tucson lumber liquidators, bro, when they were a mom and
Nice.
pop shop.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man. So kind of to continue my story from there, I'm about 19, 20 at the time. Got a good little job. I've got some good money coming in. 5 years go by, and I'm over at Lumber Liquidators. Got a little big for my britches. Got passed up on a store opportunity, and I kind of saw red, pulled red, said "fuck you," and I left. And then I'm on that windy road again. I've got no structure, nowhere to go. Just left a good job that was paying me well, and yeah. So kind of to go forward on that, kind of doing nothing. I'm back at my mom's house, living at home, and I'm always working out. I've always worked out, man. I've always stayed in shape, always had to get after it. That's the only thing that keeps this sane right here is this mind. You know what I mean? Is the gym. But finally I'm working out with a buddy. His name's Spencer. And he tells me he got a girl pregnant and that he signed up in the Army. And this was 3 weeks ago,
Wow. Yeah.
And I said, "Dude, you should have told me, bro. I've got nothing going on with my life. We could have done the buddy system. I would have loved to hop in with you."
Mm-hmm.
And he was cool enough, man, to take me around to the different recruiting stations and offices. And for some reason, when I walked into the Navy office, it felt right. It felt like that Catholic school institution.
Yeah.
Everybody was very polite to me. Yeah, man. And that's kind of where the journey started for the Navy. And keep in mind, I am 26, 27 at this time.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah, bro.
That's old, bro. Yeah. So
it is.
What year was this, man, when you went and saw the recruiter?
I want to say 2015.
Okay. So you had plenty of resources in 2015 when it came to SEALs and in all, the entire military. I mean, there were a lot of resources available then. So were you familiar with the SEAL teams before you even walked in that door?
I mean, I had heard of them, growing up in a Catholic school, everybody's expected to go to some great college, be a lawyer, doctor, whatever. So military presence, like the recruiters and stuff, they were never at my high school growing up, which looking back, I kind of really hate and regret. And I always wonder what life would look like if I had a team guy come to my school and introduce himself early on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It was cool. I've always shoot for the stars and fall where I may fall. And they asked me about the SEAL, whatever they called it. If I wanted to try the SEAL tryouts, and gave me the pamphlet. Looking at the pull-ups, the sit-ups, the run, and all the other shit. And then I see a swim. It says 500 meters. And I'm from Tucson, bro. I know the doggy paddle in the pool. That's about it. So I'm like, I don't even know what 500 meters looks like in a pool, but I figured it out, got on YouTube, figured out the combat side stroke, and I got my PST taken care of over at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
So why the Navy, man, and not the Army? If your buddy was joining the Army, because you could have went, Ranger Pipeline or SF, right off the street. Like, what was it about the Navy? I know you said they were nice, and it kind of reminds you of the Catholic school, but I mean, for the viewers that are watching right now that may not know, I mean, let's break it down like this: like the Navy, there's a really small chance you're going to get through buds, and then most guys end up on a boat if you don't get through SEAL training. But in the Army, you can still be in the infantry if you don't get through, the Ranger Pipeline or SF. So I'm just curious, man, like what was it about the Navy that just like drew you in?
I love that you asked that question. And, on this windy road that I was on and all the money that my family had spent, and outside relatives sending me to a private school to get some education, you're asking me what about the Navy drew me in? And besides, the prestigiousness of it, I think it was the title of a Navy SEAL. And the reason being is because I didn't accomplish anything. I didn't go to a good 4-year college to make my mom and dad proud. I wanted my mom to walk around with their head held high when they asked, what's Cruzz doing these days? Because all those country club moms that I had to be around growing up in that kind of world as a kid, we're always talking about what little Johnny was doing or what little Bobby was doing. And well, what's Cruzz up to?
Yeah.
Most of those parents knew I was an athlete, but knew I was into drugs and drinking, partying, didn't really have I had no path forward, and they could see that.
Yeah.
So now when I finally got my bird and shot for the stars there with the Navy, those ladies still, they come up to my mom now and ask, hey, how's Cruiser doing?
Yeah.
And my mom goes, yeah, he's good. He's Navy SEAL. He's over on SEAL Team 3.
Nice.
And man, the pride I feel right here, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my mom doesn't have to feel fucking belittled, dude, by these other ladies, man.
Yeah.
Not even caring what I'm up to, dude.
Right.
They could give two shits.
Yeah.
It's to make my mom feel away, bro.
That's
and
awesome.
that was the determining factor, bro. That and I've seen what the civilian life had to offer with no college education.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew what a 9-to-5 was going to look like for me, bro. And it wasn't fucking sexy.
No.
So when I signed up, dude, there was no plan B for me having one side. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's, I'm glad you shared that, man, because everybody has their own reasons. And I want to ask you this, Cruzz. I ask pretty much every veteran that comes on here that talks about their faith and growing up in the church. So you had an upbringing where you're in Catholic school, you're going through the ritualistic type of, denomination, for lack of better words. I know you had Bible lessons, you had all that. So when you decided to join the Navy, I mean, let's be honest, dude, anybody that joins the military, that's probably one of the biggest decisions they make in their life, especially to go into special operations. Was God in that decision in your mind at all? Or did faith play a role when you said, hey, I'm going to go be a SEAL? I'm going to go do the hardest thing I can find in the military?
I would lie to you if I say God was in the thought process when all this was going down. However, I love to look back and see where I am today and how I got here. And with that question right there, I think God was pulling the strings in different ways for me to slowly find this path to where it was the biggest decision I had to make.
Yeah.
And I remember signing up with the Navy and finally doing everything, and then coming home and being like, my mom being like, well, what'd you do today? Well, I signed up for the Navy. You did what? First, I think it was, how many bong rips did you take today, Cruzz? And I was laughing. I said, no, I'm going to do it. And sure as shit, we had a good little laugh right there, and they didn't believe it, but they saw the time and shit that I put in.
Yeah.
And once I made up my mind, bro, it was fucking ready to rock and roll, dude.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked that question is personal for me, because I was raised in the church my whole life, and I joined the military for more selfish reasons, more pride. And I was chasing the same thing, man, but I didn't put God in that decision like I should have. And I think he gave me a taste of it. And then, it wasn't my path, but that was his way, I think, of showing me like, hey, I'm going to show this to you, even though you're not talking to me right now, but I'm going to show it to you, but this ain't for you, man. And so I had to learn humility, and I had to go through some pretty bad, intense times in my life to finally realize, okay, that wasn't my path. I can make peace with it. Like what I was sharing before we came on the air, it really was the root cause of most of my self-sabotage, man. Like I could not deal with it. Like I just could not. My whole family is special operations. So for me, that was like, I wanted it so bad, dude. So I just like to ask veterans when they come on, like, especially growing up with that kind of upbringing, like if that plays a role, in that decision, because that's a huge decision to make, especially I know you were 26, but still, that's a big decision.
Yeah. And, we say 26 or 27 when I made this decision. However, bro, I'm still maturing, dude. I wasn't even mature at 26 or 27 when I wanted to make this decision. I'm making decisions by the seat of my pants. And I really needed something to lock me into a job for 5 to 6 years, bro.
Yeah.
Something I couldn't run and jump or run away from. I needed that structure. I needed that consistent payment. And who's better to give that to you than Uncle Sam?
Right. Totally, man. Totally. So I want to ask this, and we won't stay in this lane too long, but I got to ask you this. I got two good questions for you about buds. Cause let's be honest, unless you really want to share a boot camp story, I don't think a lot of people want to hear much about Navy boot camp. But was when you got to buds, man, was it what you expected? Were you surprised at the level? Because I know for me, the mental piece was really pushed hard, and I joined in 06. And when I got there, it was, and this probably sounds dumb to people watching this, it was way more physical than I expected. And I was a marathon runner. Like I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared for the stupid ass beat downs. And I was an O. So, I was an O, and I know how O's are looked at in that community. So it was like, well, it was like tenfold, man. Like, because it was like, I was 26, believe it or not, when I got there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like kind of the old man of the O crew. And I was shocked, man. I really was. I knew it would be hard. I'd been out there before, and I thought, man, this is going to be tough. But was it what you expected, dude, when you checked in, like as far as what you kind of knew about it before you got there?
Man, for a guy who got C's my whole life and skated by, I did a little research going into this. And the biggest thing for me at the time, I think, was that Buds class 234, whatever it was.
Yeah, Discovery Channel.
That gave me a glimpse of like in the life of what day to day would be like. And then I really followed one program. It was called 12 Weeks to Buds by Stu Smith.
Yeah, I had that book.
Brother, I followed that like it was the Bible, man.
Yeah,
and it's a crawl, walk, run process. And anybody who's ever talked to me about joining the community or the teams, I push that book all the time. But yes, what people don't know are the beat downs on the in between, right? You might be able to pass your 4-mile time run, your 2-mile ocean swim, your obstacle course. Those numbers are passable for anybody, bro.
Yeah.
It's the beat downs in between, man, that make your body not want to work on those different events, shall we say.
Yeah.
But it was everything I thought it was. I told myself if I could get through Hell Week, game over, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, man. Little did I know, second phase kicked me in the nuts. I actually got rolled, man. There's a 20-minute test there, and I didn't get past, I think 45 seconds, 4 attempts
Wow.
past 45 seconds. And I got a silver bullet, dude, and got to come back in the next class, bro. And, fucking dude, I'll tell you then, I was praying. I was on my knees praying every night, man.
Was that pool comp? Is that what you're talking about?
That was pool comp. Yes, sir. And I knew nothing about it, bro, because it wasn't really delivered in 2, 3, 4 the way it's delivered in person, dude.
Yeah. I knew a lot of good dudes, man, that washed out because of pool comp, like officers that I knew, like guys that you looked at and thought that dude's a SEAL, like that dude's going to be like Captain America, and they didn't, they didn't make it. You're like, what? Like, all right. So I want to ask you this. I asked Alex this when he came on. What's your opinion of officers, man? Be honest, dude. Be honest. No filter, man. No filter.
Yeah. Dude, they never got in my way. I was lucky to be in a platoon that was a pretty rowdy bunch, and it was the majority ran the platoon. So having 17 like-minded individuals out of 20 guys, those 17 are going to trump. Mm-hmm. But I think if you got some meat eaters and a good group of guys behind you, that officer allows things to actually organically unfold. Yeah. And a good officer allows the boys to eat and knows when to turn their head and when to look the other way. Yeah. And I think I'm very fortunate that I had, I had a good time with some of the officers, man. But trust me, there's ones that I'd see and I'd walk the other way just because I wasn't trying to deal with any bullshit for the day. Yeah,
I don't blame you, dude. I know I was an OCS guy. So we were at the bottom. Like the Annapolis guys didn't like us. The ROTC guys kind of liked us, but we got along with the enlisted guy because we were technically, E-dogs before we got to get our commission. So most of the E-dogs were pretty cool with us OCS guys, but some of the Annapolis guys, man, I would be right there with you. I'd go the other way too. Be like, man, like it's like. But my dad is a retired warrant officer, and my brother now was a warrant officer. So we grew up kind of like we understood both worlds, but like the warrants kind of in the Army have it made because they're technically an officer, but they don't have all the administrative bull crap that
it's that Mustang. Do. It's like they've seen the cool side of the E-dog, and now they're they got respect for both sides, man.
Right, totally, man, totally.
Yeah.
So you get through training, and like you got any funny stories from buds that you feel like sharing, man?
Man, I really don't. The bud stories are there. Everybody's got them. I'm sure you've heard a lot.
Yeah.
I think really, what I'm trying to do now is just write the second chapter of my life. But I do realize that first chapter is what allowed me to meet you. It's allowed me to do what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
And it's hard, I will say, moving away from it and trying to close that chapter, not pick it back up to read it again.
Yeah.
I want to close it and start writing the next one. You know what I mean?
Well, let's talk about identity, man, because I know a lot of people, like I made an idol out of that career, even though I didn't have that career. I put it on such a pedestal so I'll give you an example. When I became a police officer, when I walked in to take the testing, go through the testing process, I looked around the room and was like, these guys are chumps, because I had just come from Coronado. And I'm looking around the room and I'm like, this, because to me, it was like getting cut from the Yankees. And now I'm going to play for like some A-ball team. And so I had this really just like puffed up sense of like, I'm better than all these. I mean, I was an asshole, man. I didn't want to be there. I just needed a job and I missed the military. So, that was I had an identity in something I never even attained. And so I struggled with this concept of like purpose. I didn't even think about that back then. So my question to you, Cruzz, is like, you're at the top of the food chain. You decide to leave that role. So like, where's identity with you? Did you struggle when you left the military? Because I think I heard you say on Liberty Risk podcast that it was hard for you because now you're not a SEAL anymore. You're still a SEAL, but like you're not with the boys because now you're a civilian, if I put that right. Paraphrasing.
Yeah, that's correct, man. I think I don't know. The teams were my identity, and you go
Mhm.
through these new guy courses and pretty much lessons and learned in blood from older people in the community that are telling the new guys that are coming to the community lessons like don't marry strippers, be smart with your money. You know what I mean? And don't let the trident be your identity.
Okay.
And I never really knew what that mean as a new guy when they were telling me that. But you got to keep in mind when I showed up to SEAL Team 3, I was 30 years old and it went straight to my head.
Yeah.
And my ego. It was the first thing that I've ever accomplished for myself. And I knew the percentage of people that were able to accomplish it. And it
Yeah.
went right to my head, dude. So it took some time, man, for me to come back down. I really lost myself in those 8 to 10 years in the military. And kind of living so fast and loose that I had to make a decision like, I am walking a fine line here. I need to see red, pull red, get out of here. So it was my time to transition. But with that transition came a struggle that I thought I would never face. Like, oh man, I'm so happy to get out of the military. I'm done. Well, yeah, what is my identity? What is my purpose now? I don't want to hang my hat on the bird. The teams is the past, dude. People have been there, done it, man. What's next?
Yeah.
And I was getting ready to start my master's over at Pepperdine. I had
Nice.
my first online class. This was like when I got out of the Navy. And that night, took the class and I get these breakout rooms and all these smart dudes are using chat to come up with the fucking answer. It was right then and there I realized like Brother Apparel is where my passion is. It's what I want to do. But I'm the kind of guy who has to be all into one thing, not two things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to tell you that I have it figured out right now, I would be lying. I struggle every day with this transition, man. But purpose is what keeps me motivated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It keeps me driving forward. And I think as long as I have purpose in my life, I can move forward without looking backward.
That's awesome, man. When did you get out of the military?
2025, March of
Oh, wow.
2025.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really recent. Yeah, that's recent, man.
It was, and it was fun for the first 2 or 3 weeks, man. Like I said, I was walking a fine line in the SEAL teams, man. A lot of drug use and just partying, living fast like a rock star, and I couldn't slow it down. So when I got out, I took a month off and pretty much went wild for a month and pretty much lost my mind. But it was me running. It was me not confronting what the issue is. And the issue was identity, bro.
Yeah.
The issue was, who am I? What's next? Am I a has-been? Have I peaked? And man, those are the battles that I think every military person, woman or man, deal with getting out is identity, bro. I don't care what you are, special operations, a yeoman in the Navy, bro, we're all part of a machine. And without one part, that machine does not move, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you are the type of person that's driven on purpose and having a mission, it's about finding that mission when you get out. You got to create that next mission. Ops don't just land in your lap, right? You got to go get those operations, man. We got to go jock for that job that we want in the SEAL teams or in real life, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you stay on the West Coast your whole career?
Yeah, dude, I was on the West Coast, SEAL Team 3 with all my family being in Arizona. California made sense, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know better than me, but I know the West Coast has always had a different reputation than the East Coast.
Yeah, it's the surfboards and
Yeah.
flip flops.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but that makes sense with your family in Arizona. So, but did it help you with identity? So you get out of the Navy and you go back to Arizona. Did it help you to kind of remove yourself? Because I mean, let's be honest, dude. Like Coronado is tiny, and I mean, you know, if you're around that all the time, I imagine it'd be really. I know for me, it sucked because I just saw it every day after I got, you know, didn't make it through training, and it was brutal, man. But for you, I'm just curious, like if removing yourself from that area and now you're back in Arizona, does it help to kind of be away from that community, or is it harder?
It's almost a trick question. It's both, bro. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's nice. You know, I
Yeah.
was just over there in California this past weekend, linking up with Taylor Kavanaugh,
Yeah, I
Derek
saw that.
Janish, and Johnny Collins from the outfit.
Yeah.
And dude, it was cool because when you're out there, you know, you're with the boys, you get that sense of feeling when you go on the island.
Yeah.
But with that sense of feeling of being like, I'm back, came the feeling of, this isn't home anymore. Maybe I shouldn't be here. Am I even welcomed anymore?
Yeah.
Because you got the guys that are active still walking around town, you know, in Coronado, and you're just feeling away, bro. You know, something about being active and saying you're active versus saying former or ex
Yeah.
Navy SEAL, you know, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Man,
don't
it's
know.
gotta
It's been a wild ride. I'm still getting hit in the face with little things here and there that kind of catch me off guard. And I can't put my finger on what's bothering me in this chest. But it is stuff that comes from that community, me missing that brotherhood, that
Yeah.
camaraderie, that purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what led you to start Brother Apparel? Like, how did that come about, man? And I'm gonna pull up your website while we're talking here.
I love that you asked that, dude. I always saw the grunt style community and I would see these shirts everywhere. And it blew my mind. And I'm like, man, and I'm not, you know, everybody's got their own flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little too loud for me. So I was
Okay.
thinking, man, let's take patriotic apparel. Let's tone it down a little bit, but make it cool, like
Yeah.
retro Americana. But this thought came to me back in 2022. And the shirt that I sent you, bro,
Mm-hmm.
was the first shirt that I had made. And I had sent 100 shirts out to Abu Dhabi. That was the
Wow.
start of Brother Apparel. It was the heaven sent with the cherub with the RPG.
See if I can
And it
turn.
didn't. There it is, dude. Bro, but it did not look that fucking cool. So anyways, I got the first 100 sold out in like 10 minutes, dude.
No kidding. Wow.
And I was with some other people on the business venture at that time and it just wasn't working. So I said, I don't have the time or the
Mm-hmm.
bandwidth to do this right now within the teams.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
put it on a back burner, but it was something I was so passionate about, just designing and making shirts, dude. So when I said Pepperdine's not for me, I said, well, what's for me? Let's go back to the drawing board. And it was patriotic apparel, bro.
Nice. So
Yeah.
were you like in an MBA program at Pepperdine then?
Yeah, I was for business, dude.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
You were studying at Pepperdine, so it was a business degree?
Yeah, it was business. And really, it was me checking the box of what I thought I needed for a resume to go show some Fortune 500 company for me to get a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't really me being passionate about or following through with what Cruzz wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, in 2022, when I had that little bit of success with 100 shirts that I sold, this was always on, you know, in the back of my mind. It's something I loved and it came back to me. So we launched in September 1st of 2025, dude.
Nice.
And we've been rolling ever since. And I'm finding my purpose right now, you know?
That's awesome. So are you doing a big event for your 1-year anniversary? Because that's coming up, man. I mean, that's almost here.
It is coming up, man. In the entrepreneurship world, it's wild. So many things come up, like the 1 year. Am I
Mhm.
ready for it? Am I going to have a shirt to drop for it? Probably not. Everything is just like drinking through a fire hose, man.
Yeah.
But I am proud to say that I've got to work with a lot of good organizations, such as the SEAL Future Foundation
Nice.
and Beyond the Brotherhood. And with that, it's wrapping me back into the community that I just left.
Yeah.
So, dude, I am really starting to fall in love with life again and see that I just need to find that next mission. There's plenty of missions out in the world for people or for missions to be had.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
what missions do you want to go tackle?
Yeah, man.
You know?
Well, let's open this box up, man, because I really try to highlight mental health on this platform, and obviously identity is a big thing, especially for people leaving the military. Like when you were going through a lot of your trials, man, like I know we talked about the gym earlier, but like what helped you out the most with your mental health? Like were there any did you seek out any specific modalities to help with that? Did you meditate? Did you, any of those things to kind of keep you grounded?
Yeah. At first it was really just separation,
Okay.
completely separating myself from the community. And I hate to say that because all the boys that I ran with, I loved. But what I didn't realize in that moment during this transition was Cruzz was growing. I didn't know what I was growing into or what I was evolving into, but I just knew that past part of me was not it. And I needed that separation.
Yeah.
That fucked with my psyche, and my my mental state, because you work so hard to be in this crew and this brotherhood. And then all of a sudden you cut it off
Yeah.
because it starts to touch little things in you, man, that make you feel things. Start asking, oh man, did I make the right decision by leaving? And all this other stuff. But the things that have helped me, man, are a good girl by my side.
Nice.
Dude, I am back with my first wife.
Awesome, man.
I am fucking thankful. I'm happier than I've ever been. She's allowed me to run this little venture on myself. We do it together. And man, she's really helped me keep my mind about me and put my finger on things that were upsetting me, but I just couldn't place what it was. So when you find those things or you're able to put your finger on them, bro, you can actually confront them a little better, right?
100%.
And have those open conversations with somebody you trust and love about some real shit that we all think we have real conversations, but it's the stuff that you hide and push down that needs to be addressed that nobody really wants to bring to the surface or have a conversation about.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And open communication has been key to me. Building trust is just a huge thing right now. Just knowing what I want in life, man. Setting goals, setting new priorities. What's the next mission?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the stuff that's kind of getting me by day to day, and a good structure and routine from when I wake up to when I go to bed.
Can you share that routine with us, man? Like your morning routine or like what a typical day looks like for you?
Yeah, man. Well, I usually wake up in the morning around 6:37. Being out here in Scottsdale, the pool's 100 degrees that early in the morning.
Nice.
But I go out there, I jump in, feels good on my body, kind of get everything moving. Come back, get ready for the gym and hit it. The gym is my first thing that I take care of every day.
Nice.
Because if I go on throughout the day without the gym, I'm up here in my head thinking about, damn, I should have got it in already.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nothing else is like right in front of me. I'm not handling the shit on my plate that's in front of me. So that's kind of what my day-to-day looks like. Driving to and from the shop, checking on product, going to the office, getting to the drawing board and seeing what we can do to make brother pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What type of workouts do you like to do, man? Because I know a lot of guys now are into like the functional fitness type stuff and all that. I mean, you're a big dude, so I'm assuming you're lifting old school, man. But
dude, I'm old school, homie.
Yeah, there we go.
Functional at all, dude.
Me either, man.
My girl was messing with me. She went to try to put me in handcuffs, dude. Bro, I would need 2 sets of handcuffs or my arm would just dislocate. But
right.
I work upper body Monday, lower body Tuesday, upper body Wednesday,
Nice.
lower body. That's how I do it, bro.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
It's one days I'll wake up, I'll be crooked and I won't be able to walk straight. Take 2 or 3 days off and then I'm back at it again. Dude.
Yeah. That's a lost art, man. So many people are caught up in all this like high speed Instagram workouts and the golden era, man. It's like you got to bring it back, do the fun
Dude,
old
just
school workouts.
the meathead workouts,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Knucklehead, knucklehead workouts, dude.
That's the most fun. So with Brother Apparel, man, like what's your vision for Brother Apparel? Where do you see it going over the next 5 years? Do you have like any goals you want to share, like what you want to do with the company?
Yeah, we've got a lot of goals, obviously. Right now, what I've been finding with the company is all this organic things that are happening to us that we didn't even think of or put into play when we started writing the playbook for Brother. But collaboration is key for Brother Apparel. I think moving forward and collabing with other companies, whether it's our hands with somebody else's logo, and just spreading the word about two cool companies that collabed on something.
Yeah.
In 5 years, man, I'd like to be a premium lifestyle brand, patriotic lifestyle brand. I don't know if you felt any difference to that shirt that you're wearing.
It's a very nice shirt, man. Like it's really nice. Yeah.
And bro, the reason I ask you that is because being a military guy, we all love our tri-blend t-shirts, right? If you're jacked and looking good, these tri-blends look great.
Yeah.
But running a veteran patriotic apparel company, you realize, man, some veterans don't stay getting after it and they get a little heavy.
Yeah.
So we got a little thicker material, as you can feel on that shirt. But when
really
you get it in the mail and you feel the weight behind it, it's premium. And that's what I want to be, is a premium patriotic lifestyle brand. Nothing too in your face, but just pro Americana type logos and graphics, dude.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's very comfortable.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
very
bro.
comfortable. Yeah, and I've been thinking even before we came on tonight. I've got some buddies that are in the same network. I'm thinking about maybe introducing you to one. He owns one of the biggest veteran apparel companies out there. Solid dude. Yeah, where did he move to? He's still in Texas, but I'll talk to you offline about it. But
yeah, brother.
Yeah, dude, he's an awesome guy, and he started his company 15 years ago, I think. He's been around for a long time. I'll tell you offline. You'll recognize the company, but I've noticed there's some really good dudes out there, man. And so I have my shirts. I'm not at a point now where I'm really, making money or doing it as a business. I just wanted some to like send to guests and to have to represent the show. But the apparel business, from my little experience in it, man, is not an easy venture, dude. Like it's it's gotta be, man. I mean, it's like, it's a lot. I know it's a lot of work.
Dude, and it sounds, man, at first when I started telling people I was doing, an apparel company, it felt horrible saying. It
Really?
wasn't, being a Navy SEAL and now I make t-shirts, it wasn't very cool, but you said it the best, bro. It's complex. And when you're looking to have a product for all of the United States to choose from, you got to think about the different body sizes and people wearing it.
Yeah.
And I can't please everybody, dude, but to try to find something that works like middle of the road for everybody, that's the secret sauce to apparel, dude.
Okay. I never thought of that. I never thought of that.
And for that one right there, these tries were great, but my dad and his big biker buddies, man, they want to hide the rolls, and these tri-blends won't hide the rolls, brother.
Yeah.
So a little thicker shirt, man, just looks good with jeans. Our stuff's not made to work out in.
Right.
Not trying to put guns and stuff on our shirts.
Yeah.
Dude, we're a family brand, man. Backyard barbecues, concerts, lake days, man. That's what we're about at Brother.
I really like that too, that approach, because that market is so oversaturated with the guns. I mean, guns are cool and all, but like it's a little much, man. Like I mean, I'm pro Second Amendment. I'm not a big gun guy, man. Like I'd rather go to the gym than go to the range. And what cracks me up, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going for it. There's so many sexy dudes online with their kit and their rifle and look at me, and they can't do 5 push-ups. It's like, come on, bro. Like, like, come on, man.
But they look like the biggest, baddest tactical operator out there, dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking at this dude going, Holy fuck, who's that?
Yeah.
You know, and he's nobody, some airsofter.
Yeah. That's what I love. I love Pat Mack, man. That Joker's like 65 and he's got his shirt off. He's crushing workouts, but he'll go shoot anybody's ass off at the range. It's like, that guy right there he's a stud.
Yeah, it's funny, man. A lot of guys try to talk to me too, get me at the range. I've never been a big gun guy. I didn't handle any weapons until I got in the military. That doesn't get my rocks off. But you know, it was fun getting out, playing some paintball with the boys the other day, getting behind the trigger.
Yeah.
And it was cool, little running and gunning, dude. I was sucking for wind, but it was fun, man. It was fun.
I can't believe y'all had the dog out there. I saw that video on Instagram. That was wild, man.
How cool was that? Yeah,
that was
Johnny
cool.
Collins had the dog, and then it was an awesome little thing. We're trying to put this little clip or project together called Tides of Destiny, and my boy Derek is the one who's doing it all.
Nice.
So we got to promote those shirts, those C-Tech shirts. If you saw them on our Instagram,
yeah.
We created those, and shout out to C-Tech for hooking us up with those, man. But
nice.
Yeah, we built that for the project.
That's awesome.
Kind of cool, man.
Yeah, man. Let's change course a little bit. I got some more questions for you, brother.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
So growing up like you did in Catholic school and stuff, and being in the military and being in harm's way, and now you've discovered like a new identity, your new purpose. Where is your faith at right now, man? Like, has that changed? Has that shifted since you've left active duty?
Yeah, it definitely has. I think my faith has always been there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't go to church or I'm not saying my prayers every day, you know, I think my faith has always been there. And I think going to school so much, or going to church so much during school, I was over it by the time I got out.
I understand.
I said, I have enough days at church to last me a lifetime.
Yeah.
But what I've realized, man, is when I'm in trouble, I'm always seeking God. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, sure that's all of us, man.
That's all of us. But you know what? When I'm not praying, I also take lessons that I've learned from my Catholic school days. And there was one that we used to have, RAC Week, Random Acts of Kindness. And those are little things, man, that are instilled to me today, that I'm doing them naturally. But when at the end of the day and I'm in bed and I'm looking back at what I accomplished for the day, or what did I give, or how did I help somebody, I look at RAC, Random Acts of Kindness, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And whether that's giving a couple bucks to somebody, whether they're going to use it on drugs or whatnot, I don't care what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's helping and it's giving. And isn't that the way of the gospel, bro?
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Is to help and give.
Love your neighbor.
So, faith is still with me, man. I wish, you know, not that I wish I would take more time. And we get so busy and caught up, like even meditate or to even pray at night. It takes 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do love when I do pray and I'm in a bad spot, you kind of start just talking to yourself when you're talking to, to the Lord and saying your prayers, and fall asleep, man. It's good therapy. It's great therapy, bro. Yeah. But faith is definitely with me in everything I do.
Awesome, man. Yeah. And the reason I asked you that, Cruzz, is because like I'm trying to like show that you can separate spirituality with church. You know, church is man-made. Spirituality is really the relationship piece with Christ. And I think, you know, as Christians, sometimes we get a black eye because of stuff the church has done or the way certain individuals act within the church. And I think church is a great thing. I don't attend as much as I should. Trust me, Tyler from my other show, Sons of Thunder, gives me crap every Sunday about it. But like, I feel like that there's a way to kind of show the relationship piece, especially coming from guys that have served their country, have done these extraordinary things, and still say, yeah, I have faith in Jesus. That's my foundation, without having to say, you know, I go to a certain church or you have to do this. And I think people need to hear that because it alleviates some of that pressure, man. Because like here in the South, dude, church hurt is a real thing, man. And a lot of good dudes that I know don't go to church because they've been divorced, because they've been addicted to alcohol, and they were judged, they were cast out because they were in their eyes unworthy of Jesus, which is total BS, man. So
yeah. And bro, at the end of the day, what do you really need to pray?
Yeah.
Yourself.
Right.
You don't need no institution. You don't need to go anywhere, man. You could find God anywhere you want.
Yeah.
And that's something that I kind of learned looking back at this beautiful Catholic church that I would have to go to every day to pray. And thinking, man, I could pray on the road. I could pray and sleep. I just thinking about good things, man, is praying in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. I carry St. Christopher and St. Michael on my neck along with my trident.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things that keep me safe, dude. And when I don't have that necklace on or anything, it's weird how I feel, man. I don't feel protected.
Right.
If that makes sense, So
yeah,
whether you call that superstitious or spirituality, whatever, you know what I mean? Something runs with me, something protects me, something's always in my corner.
Yeah.
What it is, I don't know, but I do believe it's God.
I get that, man. That's why I pray before each episode, dude. I mean,
bro.
I don't have a degree in broadcasting or media. I mean, dude, I've been doing this for a year. Like, I mean, I'm a trainer by trade. So like, I pray just so I can, somewhat come across like I'm calm, cool, and collected. Cause I mean, I always get nervous in that intro, man. Now with us tonight, I already kind of knew you, so it was a little different, but
dude.
But I feel like I'm doing my part to kind of, spread the gospel and then help with the mental health piece just because of the experience that I have and bring to the table. But I think more people need to be talking about Jesus and how he's love regardless of what your past is, man, regardless of what you've been through. Like, he loves you and he'll never leave you. And that's really my goal, is to drive that point home to people. Cause there's so many people, dude, I get so much backlash about Jesus and it's comical now. Like, I just laugh. I'm like, dude, like, that's fine. If you don't like him, that's cool, bro. But I'm gonna keep talking about it. You know what I mean? So
kick rocks and keep pushing, man. There's backlash on everything these days.
Yeah,
you
man.
could like the color pink and you're in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just dude, it's a crazy world that we're living in. And I think for me being on here with you, what could I bring to the show and what could I highlight? It was really the transition piece, bro, for me and where I'm at right now. And I'm nowhere, I don't have it figured out by any means, but I'm starting to realize that God has had all these stepping stones for me that have led me to where I am right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I truly believe that. And even when you're in the moment and you don't know why you are here, in this particular moment, or like what got you here, things have a way of working themselves out. As long as you got purpose and, your next mission set, bro.
Right.
And that's what guys need to find to save their minds. They need to find something that gets them back in with that brotherhood, that camaraderie.
Yeah.
But also surround yourself with dudes that are hungry, not guys that are going to pull you back. And like the old platoon days where you're just drinking, getting hammered every night. You want guys that are going to build you up on this next chapter.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I've been doing. I've taken a lot of mentorship from Ryan Williams from Liberty Risk, putting me on, showing me the way, bringing me back into the community of the boys.
Yeah.
Putting me out there for the boys to reach out to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Derek Janish, Taylor Cav. I just got to meet that cat, bro. And we're going to be doing some cool stuff together, I think, in the future. But man, that guy's mindset and everything, I feel very in tune with his path. He's a little rougher side than mine, but a lot of similarities, dude. I've got good mentors around me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, man, is like surrounding yourself with brothers that want you to succeed and that will help you grow. And they're not there to like kick you when you're down, to say, hey, it's cool, I got you, lift you up. And that, dude, that is what I have found through this platform, is meeting guys like yourself and like some people I can text and say, man, because everybody looks at me like, oh, you're the mental health guy, you're good to go. No, man, trust me. Like,
none of us have it figured out.
No,
dude.
man. There's still life is hard, man. Life is gonna throw stuff at you, and it's not easy,
It's not. And just because we get to sit here and open up about mental health, that's each other's perspective on mental health alone.
Right.
But to hear all these different perspectives, that's what's nice, man. You take these different things and you pull from them and you grab what works for you, bro. You know, that's the
Exactly.
beauty of the world today. These podcasts, the internet, knowledge is at our fingertips. It's what you want to grab,
Hmm.
you know, and run to ground with, dude.
Yeah, man, definitely. And I think
Yeah.
it's the bigger network we can build, the better, man, because it's going to show more guys that you don't have to do it alone. The lone wolf model does not work. I tried it for years, man. It doesn't work.
You're absolutely right. And that's why I told you from day one when we kicked off Brother, it isn't just Brother. I like to take pictures on our website of me and our brand t-shirt, but I'll wear a different company hat.
Yeah.
It's not even all Brother Apparel. You want to know why? Because I'm not here to make it alone. I know I can't make it alone. I know I need people. I know I need collaborations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know peace,
Yeah.
power, purpose is going to spread my message and get out to the world exactly what I'm doing today, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm super grateful for that, bro.
I'm grateful for you, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple fun questions, man.
Oh,
I got a
sure,
couple
dude.
fun.
Send it.
All right. What kind of music are you into?
Dude, metal, man. I grew up on,
There we go. I had a feeling, bro.
dude, my first concert, I was 11 years old down in Tucson at the TCC. It was at 12 o'clock at night on New Year's. It was Megadeth.
Nice.
And it was a private showing with like 3,000 people. It was pretty
Wow.
cool. But I
That's
grew up on
awesome.
Zombie, Korn, Pantera.
There we go.
You know, and now I listen to it all now, bro.
Yeah.
I listen to it all. You'll find me driving down the street with the most gangster hood shit on, and then you'll find me, you know, bopping to some country, bro. You just never know, man. It's all about the day.
That's cool, man. I'm a huge Pantera guy. I'm a huge metal
Dude,
guy.
I
so.
see it all the time, bro. I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah. You know what's funny, man? Dave Mustaine lives in Franklin, where I'm at.
Dude, what's crazy is Dave Mustaine used to have a house out in Scottsdale where I'm at.
Oh, cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And the cool on our website, man, I did a tribute to a Dave Mustaine song. It's called High Speed Dirt.
Yeah. Nice.
So I got that shirt with the skeletons all jumping out of, you know, skydiving.
Yeah, I've seen that.
My
Yeah.
High Speed Dirt shirt, man.
That's awesome, dude. That's
and it was
awesome.
cool, dude, because I like it too. And the drug addiction with Dave Mustaine and how he started to get sober and stuff, skydiving and whatnot. It's cool, man. And that's this type of shit that I want to mix in with Brother. Shit that'll bring you back. Like if you know the song High Speed Dirt, it's like if you know, you know.
You guys gonna make a Bodie shirt, man? Because I would be all over that.
Dude, we're working on it, man. You got to do it the right way because it's been done before. You just got to find the right way to do it, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little. We're doing different. What you would call it, different sections or different categories. So like an Americana category, we'll have our old school 80s hair metal category.
Nice.
And we're going to drop nostalgic Americana type shit, dude.
That's awesome.
That's what we're looking to do, bro.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I ask every guest this, man. I'm going to ask you tonight, do you have like a favorite quote or a favorite scripture you want to share with our audience?
Oh, a favorite quote or a favorite scripture. I could kind of highlight the quote. I won't be able to say it word for word, but it's something that I've kept in my head and I keep close to my heart as I move on through life. And it's the people that are most successful in life keep jumping from one opportunity to the next without lack of enthusiasm. And that's something that I really care about. And it holds true for me because when I was at Home Depot pushing carts, fuck yeah, that sucked. But my enthusiasm was pushing, making me run around out there, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, I got picked up by another guy because he had noticed my enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And with that, bro, it could take you a lot of different places. You just got to want to be in the place you're at that time with a good mindset, dude.
It's good advice, man.
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to share, I got Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 through 14. Forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before, I press toward the mark. And that, dude, that really ties into like that identity piece and finding purpose, but continuing forward when you've done things in the past, you've had, different jobs, careers, but you're still going forward. You're still evolving and you're still growing.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah, man.
Progression, dude, not being stagnant. The minute you find yourself stagnant, you better start to worry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because that's the lack of growth right there, dude.
Well said, man.
Yeah, bro.
If there's somebody watching our episode or listening on Spotify, man, and they're just on the edge of giving up. They just feel like they've got nothing to live for. They've got no purpose. What would you say to that person, Cruzz, if you could sit down with them right now?
Dude, first and foremost, reach out to me on Instagram, bro. If there's somebody out there listening to this podcast today that resonates with something I said and they have the balls to, reach out and just text me, that's all you got to do, man. And I would love to sit there and talk with you. Anything I can do, just have a friend, some stranger just to chat with you, man.
Mhm.
I'd love to be that guy. And I have found myself that guy for people, in my DMs right now, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing's too bad. Everything you can get past. You just gotta want to survive, man.
Yeah.
You gotta find the things that make you happy in this world and hang on to them. There's so much negative, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If we listen to all that negative, bro, especially with the social media,
Yeah.
all this shit can just bog anybody down this day and age.
Yeah, man.
This life's too beautiful, man. I was living every day like it was my last in the teams. Cocaine, drinking, fucked up, jumping out of planes, dude. Like nothing to live for. And now I look at every day. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing anything. I've got a new mission.
Yeah.
I'm happy with life again.
Nice.
People have got to find what makes them happy. But that takes some fucking deep looking, dude. And that's hard shit.
It is, man.
Hard
It
shit.
is. Takes a lot of humility too.
Bro, it's hard, dude. It's humbling.
Yeah. It is very humbling. Yeah, man. Where can people learn more about Brother Apparel and how can they get in touch with you, man?
Dude, brotherapparel.com. We have our Instagram at Brother Apparel Official. Follow us, check us out. We're going to be doing some cool stuff here in the near future. Hopefully, housing some working dogs with veterans, servicemen and women, people who need help, who need that companion or that friendship, somebody who's down and out and that needs that two-man.
Yeah.
So that's something in the works for Brother Apparel, and that's how we're going to give back to the community. But like I said, September 1st is our 1-year anniversary. A lot of things coming up, man. Just give us time, and we're going to be giving back. Trust me. That's why we started this.
That's awesome, man. So you guys go check out brotherapparelofficial.com or on Instagram at brotherapparel.com. I'll drop the links in the description here on all the platforms that we're running the podcast on, so you guys can show Brother Apparel some love, man.
Yeah, dude. Please show Brother Apparel love. Most people, I get Brothers Apparel. I get Brotherhood Apparel. Yeah. If I could say anything to anybody, this company is not the SEAL teams. It's what I learned in the SEAL teams. Mm-hmm. And that's why we've got the handshake for our logo.
Yeah.
Respect, camaraderie, and unity. This is that silent nod to servicemen and women out there. When they see it, it's that little handshake saying, we're with you.
Nice.
So that's what we're about, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to plug us.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Fucking hear my story, bro.
Yeah, man.
No, sorry, it's not that sexy, dude.
Oh, it was good, bro. It was good. And I love the fact that like you can come on here and really share the hard stuff. Yeah. And just talk about like what you've struggled with, because that really resonates with people. And people need to hear that, man. They need to hear like that you can find purpose, that you can find what makes you happy, and that there's more to life than just, one certain role or one chapter in that book of life,
Bro, that's what's beautiful about life, man. That's what I'm starting to learn. It is like a book. It's made of many chapters.
Yeah.
Close one, don't fucking open it. Start writing the next chapter, dude.
Yep.
Don't look back. Just keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward, man. Well, I'm gonna pray us out, brother. Is there anything else you want to add before I pray you out?
No, man. Shout out to everybody who's helped me out on this path and this transition. Huge shout out to you, Steve, man, for putting me on.
Yeah, man. Honored to do it.
I'm very honored. Thank you for your time today, bro.
Yeah, bro. Thank you. All right. Please bow with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to sit down with Brother Cruzz tonight. Lord, I'm just grateful to be able to share his story and to learn more about him, and for the friendship, Lord. Thank you for giving me this platform where I can share testimonies from men like Cruzz, and also to build this brotherhood, a brotherhood that can work together, that can grow and evolve and show others that their life has meaning and their life has value. I pray tonight that we honored you and that we did a good job of spreading awareness for mental health and also your gospel, Lord. Please bless Cruzz, be with him and his family and his mission and his company. I pray that it will help others, especially in the veteran community. Lord, we love you. We know that you are the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and I'm just honored to be here tonight, Lord. It's in your mighty name I pray. Amen. Thanks for checking out the Peace, Power, and Purpose podcast. Be sure to smash that bell, like and subscribe to the channel. New episodes drop every week. You can check us out on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Cruzz, this was awesome, brother. I really appreciate your time tonight, man.
Steve, thank you for your time, brother.
And thank you for the shirt. You guys go check out Brother Apparel. This is an awesome shirt, man. It's so comfortable. I love it.
More to come, dude. I got you.
Yeah. Hey, and thanks for rocking my shirt, bro. I really appreciate it. Yeah, there we go, man. I
man.
Appreciate the love, man.
Looks good. I'll get some in the gym, dude, or just out in public with it, brother.
There we go. There we go. Awesome.
All right, man.
God bless you, man. I appreciate you.
God bless you, homie. Have a great night, dude.
You too, brother.